Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. Recently, CIG has started to perform an autopsy on its patches. They did one for Invictus and now there's one for 310. It's not the most interesting thing, as it's basically a rundown of the past. Many of us play and know all too well the difficulties of the specific patch, but it's a great touch as the company acknowledges the issues and our feedback. The original post is linked for you in the description. Let's take a look in 2 minutes and 42 seconds. 310 was officially launched on the 5th of August with the main milestones to include the reworked flight model, which added drift and weight. Grimhex and New Babbage were each expanded, and I must say the additions are fantastic. It's nice to finally see some work done to the iconic Lawless port of call. There was body dragging and some work on the HUD. They did confirm that it wasn't as smooth as they hoped. As I mentioned, a full rework of the flight model, and because of this, the vehicle teams were flat out leading up to the release. They added or adjusted thruster efficiency curves and aerodynamics, turret and gunnery improvements, new targeting methodology, that ship HUD rework I spoke about, a restricted area rework, and high-speed combat. You'll remember that 3.6 tested hover mode as its first implementation. It was shelved and parts of it in Spirit returned with a less forgiving takeoff and landing for 310. Ships would overheat and crash if the pilot wasn't mindful due to the thruster efficiency curves. Despite some minor values that needed to be adjusted, the teams are happy with the results. Turret improvements aim to bring turrets in line as a valuable deterrent and a real threat. And as I reported before, there were adjustments to ESP and how fixed weapons behave, making them more viable. The new targeting changes were a mixed bag if I can be honest. Bindings and their operation were changed and adjusted several times before live release. It seems clear that the point of the changes were to make progress towards linking solo pilot targeting and multi-crew targeting. The targeting was also readjusted in 310.1. There was a new penalty. Flying over SCM had a cumulative nerf on missiles, gimbals, and other functions. They confirmed that many of the planned systems that were tested in the PU were relaxed, as losing shields specifically, while you're attempting to project away from combat, was too high of a penalty. The ship HUD refactor partially launched with the building block system and was polished along with the changes to targeting. The icons and information in HUD were drastically changed to include auto gimbal display, the clean solution indicator, and a velocity tape to display visually what that enemy ship is doing. The most controversial addition were the splines and the restricted area over major urban areas. The community published many videos testing and offering suggestions. The devs did confirm that it's more relaxed, but there are still those who dislike the implementation, and the developers confirmed that they do plan to adjust it more in the future. Many locations had their hangar geometry and doors adjusted. They further increased the fidelity of planet tech, and of course they added electron damage as a new man-portable threat. Throughout this post, their message was very similar. They know it's a bumpy ride, but the takeaway from the Postmortem is still positive, as many key features were added to the universe, thus laying the groundwork for more in 3.11. And that's it, a very nice summary of 3.10. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Please stay tuned for more, fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.